13 years old in Glen Allen, Mississippi, when this man, my Uncle Cleve, came into my life. And this was the man who became one of those people that thought I really, truly mattered. And when a person thinks you matter, they bring you into their lives. They unselfishly share with you. They tell you what is right. They tell you what is wrong. They chide you. They stop you along the streets and they tell you, you can't do this. You got to think about this. If people don't care about you, they will let you do whatever you want to do. But when people care about you, they will stop you and they will talk with you and they will ask you the questions that really, really matter. At 13 years of age, I went to work for this man who owned the ice house in Glen Allen, Mississippi. This was the first time that I had ever worked for anybody that looked like me. Because all of my life, I had picked cotton. But now, I'm going to work at the ice house. I have to learn how to treat customers. I have to learn how to count money. I have to learn how to get up early. I have to learn how to work late. I have to learn how to do things I never thought I could do. Because in picking cotton, you don't have to think. You don't have to think when you pick cotton. Because the thought pattern has been around for over 400 years. You just do what you have to do. But now my world has changed. Somebody is giving me a chance to do something that I have never done before. He hired me. Uncle Cleve hired me. And this man taught me how to take a 300-pound block of ice, that's a big block of ice, and cut it into 150, 75, 50, 25 pounds, how to wait on customers, how to treat people. This is what he did. And that experience basically changed my life. He brought me into the cab of his 1947 pickup truck. And that cab became my incredible teaching place. It is where I learned, if you will, that entrepreneurship, the idea that I can do something, I can own something, I can make something, I can make a difference. This is the man who brought it about in my life. And the return on that entrepreneurial investment is incredible. Because of that entrepreneurial mindset, in spite of everything, I had to travel 100 miles round trip to school every single day. I never missed a day out of school. I graduated valedictorian of my class. Today, I'm a member of Phi Beta Kappa. I serve on numerous boards throughout this country. But it's because this mindset that left me with the idea that I could do something. I graduated from college, graduate school. I founded my business, nominated for the Pulitzer Prize, trustee of the University of Tulsa, former board member of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, inducted into the Airman's Hall of Fame, lectured before the United States Supreme Court, lectured in San Jose, Costa Rica at the Alex Curlin Lecture Series. I have actually lectured at NATO in Brussels, Belgium, and more importantly, I'm your guest today. Because one man thought I mattered. So I want you to look at the adult. I want every adult in here to stand right now. Every adult to stand. And I want every child, every young person, look at these people standing. These are the people who are saying that you matter. These are the people who are saying you can count on me. These are the people who are saying get into the cab of my truck. Let me teach you who you can become. These are the people who are saying that you really, truly matter. Thank you for standing. Uncle Cleve has taken his lessons beyond the Delta. You know, when I got into that 1947 pickup truck, it was just big enough for me. Me and Uncle Cleve. It was power stuff. This man read everything he could, and he had it loaded with dirty shirts that he used to wipe the oil off the dipstick. I mean, he smoked a pipe, Prince Albert tobacco. It was just me and the pipe and all this stuff. But now this man, the new book just came out, Who Owns the Ice House? The entrepreneurial mindset, transforming lives, advancing dreams, brought into existence because of the Marion Kaufman Foundation. and the Eli Corporation in Cleveland, Ohio. They said, Clifton, you have a story that the world needs to know. This was introduced in Washington, D.C., November the 10th. Heads of states, heads of government, people from around the world gathered as this book about the entrepreneurial mindset. What happens when one person truly thinks you matter? And you will have an opportunity to visit with this book today. But these are the chapters in the book. Choice. Reimagine your future. And it's about opportunity. It's about young people realizing that they can truly solve problems. It's about action. It's about not just talking about what you want to do, but it's about doing something about it. This is what Uncle Cleve taught me. You can do it. You can make it happen. You have the power within yourself to make it happen. It's about curiosity. So don't think just because you're going to graduate from the 12th grade or get out of middle school that you're going to stop learning. If you're going to be successful in this country, you will be learning for the rest of your life. You have to be a continuous learner. You have to do that. And chapter 5, it's about wealth. Set your own limits, dollars and uncommon sense. It's about don't overspend. Don't spend what you don't have. Don't spend money to look good to other people. Look at your own future, what you can do. When I was a kid at 13, Uncle Cleve said save 50 cents out of every dollar and you'll never have to ask anybody for anything. Now that's pretty hard to do, to save 50% of your income. But he was giving me an idea that I have the power to orchestrate my own future. When I was a kid, I couldn't even go in the banks in Mississippi. I couldn't even walk inside the banks. But in 2008, my wife and I, as owners of one of the largest banks in Oklahoma, sold it for one of the largest cash sales of any bank in the history of Oklahoma. This same 13-year-old kid with all of these markers against me, except for one thing, there were people who thought I mattered. And that's what I want to leave with you today. If somebody thinks you matter, don't overlook that. Don't disassociate yourself from people who are older than you. Learn what they know. Listen at them. At 17, you're not 35. At 15, you're not 40. Don't act like you're 40. You are 17. Learn what you need to learn. Be who you need to be so that when we turn the reins of this country over to you, you guys will be able to say to Abraham Lincoln, Mr. President, you can count on me. This nation will not disappear from the face of the earth. And chapter 6 is about brand, build your reputation. And the time to start doing that is right now. Chapter 7 is about community. This is what I talk about. This is what I write about. Choose the company you want to keep. Make good decisions now, guys. Choose the company you want to keep. Chapter 8 is about persistence. Don't ever give up on your dream. Don't ever give up on your dream. Don't ever give up on your dream. You can accomplish incredible things. I know that from my own life, that the impossible is really possible. Who owns the ice house? I started to work when I was 13 for this man. And now his story and his legacy becomes a life lesson for young men and women and adults all over the world, that we have the power within us to accomplish incredible things. The entrepreneurial mindset, that is the gift that I want to leave you with. Every young person to realize that if you set your mind to it, you can do it. If you can imagine it, you can make it happen. Even this great facility here, the Hilton Americas, this convention center, at some point was just an idea in somebody's mind. But what happened? Somebody did something, and somebody else did something, and somebody else did something, and we are the beneficiaries of those actions. And I look to all of you to make us proud, because you are the future. You are what America is all about. Thank you very much.